It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to and as what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Chris Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather along with help from Holy Road.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. And the Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a crease. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. This matchup, two teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with a dub.
Right, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future of the college football playoff, and I think you want to punctuate that. You want to leave a lasting impression late in the season on the committee and show them, like, hey, we're the best in the country. Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Smith. Fights off the defender. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Working the ground game. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Right back to it. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. He stopped.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads it left. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
That's some pretty sticky coverage right there, man. You play that man-to-man coverage and you have those out-breaking routes. I tell you what, you got to kind of be careful as a QB how much you want to attack that, especially when the coverage is so tight. He does a good job staying glued to the receiver and knocking the football down.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, of great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year. And this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You got the 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
On that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier, inbounds, and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Motion from the wide receiver. The give. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. They give it to him again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Underwood throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Finds a crease, it's Jackson. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish their run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the Big House. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Marsh. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it on the option. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Keep it on the ground. They were all over it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Third and long coming up. Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Miller. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Hunt is on its way. On the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They'll have another opportunity opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
The Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Sellers on the play action. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. It's Jackson. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. Rolled his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Takes the handoff. It's Coleman.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Six-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Trucks through the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Making the adjustment. Underwood shoots it to the left. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Play action with Underwood. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Back to pass, it's Underwood. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellows, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at Rutgers taking on the Pitt Panthers. And it's the Scarlet Knights engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's changing the play. Makes the tackle.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Finds a tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket.
Oh, he just handled it popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Well, that is not the start you wanted here in the second half on offense. You're already way down on the scoreboard. You need some good things to happen. And right out of the gate in the third quarter, you put it on the ground, and the defense hops on it. That is just poor job of ball security, and that is...
There he goes to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeye. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Underwood. Holds it in. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And the ball is free on the pitch. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Wide 53! Wide 53! Splinter Landon! Splinter Landon!
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. That's reeled in. It's Buchanan. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off. Here's a... Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolverines. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go, oh, and they blocked it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Season alley. There he goes. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Throwing, Sellers. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls it. Doing it himself again. Spins away from the defense. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Smith. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the right. Sees some running room. He's past the marker. Oh, look out on the right. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. Riding up to add another. And it's up and good. That kind of drive will boost your confidence one way. Hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And the Buckeyes Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Good motion from the wide receiver. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of running room. The 20. Lowers those pads. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to... Caught, and he's got room. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Underwood lets it go for the end zone. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Left side is Buchanan. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Oh, pressure's coming. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Breaks into the open. Inside the 50. At the 30. 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeye. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow. He lets one fly deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On the move, it's Marshall. He stopped just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Needed more to move the sticks. It'll be fourth down.
Man, those hurt for a defense because you got them in.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Warrior! Move!
Fourth down, Underwood. Turning it on. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed...
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Off to the races to the right. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So here comes the Michigan offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Wide 29! Wide 29! Splinter!
Making the adjustment on the play. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Keeps it himself. Quick toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Shredder! Let's go! Flag 18! Flag 18! League! Circuit! Temple!
Here's Underwood to throw. Out wide right, it's Miller. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Got a little grass, ripping through the defense. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been...
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25.
Red 54! Red 54! Why did he hit?
They'll ride him again. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Powers through the defender. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one, as they'll come up short in this game. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.